We are now going to start working on our photos in Effects. So let's grab a photo here. Let's grab the Mount Moran photo, the original photo, not the one that we worked on in Enhance. Let's grab the original one and let's click on Effects. And we're going to, just like before, we're going to edit a copy and keep all your other settings the same and hit OK. And what we're going to do first is take a look at the interface here in Effects. Very similar to what we had before. We have on the left hand side, we have 3 tabs. We have one tab for our favorites, and on one has supplied some favorites inside here. They have some favorite looks that you can open up and take a look at. If you hover over it, you'll see a bigger preview, and you'll also see the description of what they did for the effect that they have. When you add favorites, your favorites will be listed right in here, and the favorites were added by clicking on the thumbs up icon, and that was set from inside the other presets or in filters, and we'll take a look at those now. There is a search up top here too, so you can search for your favorites. You can also search inside filters and presets too. Presets. Now on one, we'll have some presets here. You may or may not have all of these. I've been using the software for a few years, and so I've gotten a number of presets here collected. And also when you download presets from other locations, On One gives a handful of presets through email. You may find other photographers give away free presets. I have free presets too, available at my website, mattsuess.com. And here are some of the presets that I have available for free. And let's go into the filters now. The filters is the meat of this program here in Effects. There are 25 different photographic filters here, and they're listed in alphabetical order from adjustable gradients all the way down to vignettes and even in vintage looks. The drop-down arrow, if you click on the drop-down arrow, that will open up all of the preset filters inside there. So these are all presets for the specific filter here. We can take a look at them at the small preview here, and just like when we were in Enhance, if we hover over where the title name is and click on that little icon to the right, that will open it up in a larger thumbnail view for us to really get an idea on what the effect is doing to the photo. Let me hit back. And just to scan through a couple of these filters here, we got filters for black and white, blurring, adding borders, color enhancements, to HDR looks, noise reduction, to add in sunshine on cloudy days, and tone enhancements. We'll be going in through some of these filters here later on in the course. Over here we have the tool well, and we have a bunch of different tools than what we had in layers. I'm not going to go through individually what these are. We'll be working through them as needed when we're working on different photos throughout this course. We have the zoom up on top. We have fit to zoom and other zoom controls up here, just like we have over on the right hand side in the navigator. All these controls are the same as what we had in the other modules. Loop, histogram, and info are here again. And then to the right hand side we have a filter stack. Now the filters that we use in Effects, they're photographic filters, and when we're adding them in what's called the filter stack, and it's very similar to layers in Photoshop. The filters will be adding in a specific order too. I kind of like to put my tonal control filters on first, and then I'll go into other sort of color creative filters and doing color enhancements and other more artistic filters. And then lastly, I like to finish off my filters with a vignette or some other type of, maybe a border. Add those last. So when you're working on your photos, you're going to kind of want to take a look at the photo and get an idea on what you want to do with the photo and sort of plan your attack, so to speak. By taking time in the beginning to analyze your photo, that's going to help you be a lot more prepared when you are then going through the filters and trying to figure out which filters you need to use based on what you want to have done with the overall look. Now in Effects, we can do global adjustments like we were doing in Enhance, but we're also going to be able to do localized adjustments using a couple different tools. So we can work on just specific areas of our photos. Okay, looking down here, a little bit further down here, we have this icon here is to add an empty layer. Every time we add a filter and then we add another filter, we're going to want to add it to an empty layer. And if we wanted to get rid of a filter layer, we can use the delete key, or the delete button there. We have add adjustment brush filters and add adjustable gradient filters. I like actually getting them from just the presets to the right over there. And we have a delete here to delete all the filters and start from new. We have blending options, kind of like in using layers inside of Photoshop or layers inside a Perfect Photo Suite. We're not going to be doing too much with the blending options in this course here. This is a little bit more advanced, so we're going to keep that closed for now. I think there'll be 1 or 2 times when we do actually use the blending options, but we'll leave that closed for now. And on the lower right hand corner we have filter options. The filter options here, if you click on that, you'll notice that all of the filters that we have on the left are all represented here on the right. So to show you that, I'm going to just open up down here the vignette. And for the vignette, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different presets. We could select one of these right here, and it will add that preset to it, or we can grab it from the right hand side. So inside here we have 3 presets right along the top here that are also located on the left hand side. We also have a preset drop down that we can click, and we have access to all the other presets over here. So they're the same as on the left hand side. Down below we have the controls. So we can start by using one of the presets and then fine-tune it by using these sliders here. And we have a style, and we can change the style of the vignette. Now every single one of the filters on the left hand side is going to have its own set of controls down here. And again, we can start from getting the filter on the left hand side, or we can start from getting it on the right hand side. Either or. Sometimes I'll start on the left grabbing some of the filters using the presets, and then other times on certain filters I like grabbing them just from the right and starting off doing my own manual controls. When you do have an effect done, down below we have the preview to turn it on and off, and we also have an icon down here where we can do a couple different types of split screens comparing the 2 photos. And lastly, over here we have some different views for masking. When we're going to be doing masking, we can use these to see exactly where our mask is fallen, and we'll be going through that in some of the other videos.